I'm Mikey.
I'm Bryn.
And today we are headed to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Sorry, the camera's fogging up. It is very humid this morning. It is about 6:45 in the morning. Getting up bright and early, or dark and early, I suppose. Get to the park. Brief fit check while we're walking into the park. I wore my Expedition Everest shirt, blue shorts.
I have my Avatar ears. These are the flower ones that light up from the parks. This blue tank top from Old Navy. My shorts are from Old Navy. Same curly socks and Hoka's and my backpack. And I'll put in a clip of my little comfort keychain that I have today.
Let's get into the Animal Kingdom.
Helps them get those leaves off of the trees and bushes. Those rhinos have two horns on top of their heads and they're made out of keratin. I do see those funky looking birds down there, kind of gray with those long beaks. Those are pink-backed pelicans. Which is a funny name for them because they're really not all that pink. But they do turn a blush color during mating season and that's what they're named after. Water, they actually prefer to run across the floor whenever it's possible. They gain a lot of power that way and it's just more efficient. Morning, Jumbo! Oh, over on the left, those little puppies are called African painted dogs. And while they are just so cute running around playing, they are actually some of the most efficient hunters on the planet. They're almost always successful in their hunts and that's because they hunt together as a pack. They're always led by an alpha male and an alpha female. Hand side, these big cow-like animals. These are called Ankole cattle. A female is called a cow and a male is called a bull. And those gigantic horns on their heads, they actually weigh little to nothing. They're almost hollow on the inside with a honeycomb-like structure in there. Big gray animals. They're kind of antelope called the wildebeest. And they get their name from the Afrikaans word which means wild beast. But I like to think that they're not so beastly. They're just like big puppies that run around here. They actually tried to think of a less aggressive name to start calling them, so they started calling them Gnu, which is GNU, and that's based off of the sound that they make. The Maasai giraffes are one of 4 kinds of giraffes found out in Africa, and you can tell them apart. Oh, there's the couple coming out. They're a little bit darker than the others, and they have a pattern on them that kind of looks like a puzzle that will just never be completed. Those pieces just don't fit right together. That group of them is called a tower. Those giraffes have prehensile tongues, which means that they can grab stuff just like our hands can. Except their tongues are about 14 to 16 inches long. And if you look on the right hand side, these little tiny antelopes, they're called springbok. And they get their name because they can spring into the air about 6 feet high and about 13 feet across. Which means on a good day, they can clear this truck from left to right without even breaking a sweat. Oh, there we go. I was hoping you were around. Over on the right-hand side, that is an African elephant. And I can tell that it's African because we are in Africa. But if I didn't know that, I could tell by the shape of the ears that it has. Oh, good eye. So that is a kind of monkey called a mandrill. And that's alright, everyone thinks it's a baboon. But that is what Rafiki is in The Lion King, if you can picture that big male. They've got that bright face that matches that behind that you saw. Their faces will actually become even more vibrant when they're excited, so it's kind of, yeah. Now, you can tell that they're African because, well, we are in Africa, but if you didn't know that, you can tell by the shape of the ears that they have. Coincidentally, they look a lot like the continent of Africa, which really does help me out. They've got some of the largest ears of the elephant species. If you've ever seen the Jungle Book, then you've seen Indian elephants before, and you've seen their little tiny flappy ears. These ones are a little different. Down on the left-hand side, those are the greater flamingos. They get their name because they are the tallest of the flamingo species. And they get that pink color on them from the foods that they're eating underneath the water. Things like clams, mussels, and shrimp. They've all got a chemical in them called beta-carotene, and that is what makes them pink. That group of them that you see is a flamboyance of flamingos. It's pretty cool to see the cheetahs up and moving around, and that's because they are the fastest land animals. They reach speeds of 0 to 60 miles an hour within 3 seconds. So they actually do a lot of lounging around all day, saving their energy for when they really need it the most. It's our Nigerian dwarf goats. And if you look closely at them, you'll see that their eyes look a little funny. And that's because there is one on each side of their head. But instead of the circle pupils like we have in our eyes, they actually have long horizontal rectangles in theirs, which means their peripheral vision is outstanding. These goats are also known for their prized milk, and they make excellent lawnmowers.
Here at Satuli Canteen in Pandora, where we got the ube, is that ube French toast?
No.
Just regular.
French toast.
Okay, we got the cinnamon French toast. There's the French toast.
It comes with cream and then like a berry compote.
Yeah, comes with like a cream in the bottom, and then there's like a berry whip, and then sausage links as well. And then we also got the roasted pork shoulder potato hash. And then
this is the ube cold brew.
And then the ube cold brew. So go ahead and give that a try and let us know how it is. Is that good?
That's delicious.
That is really good. Okay, we are members of the Clean Plate Club. I give the hash a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. The French toast, I'd give like a 7. I think, and I was telling Bryn this, I think that the French toast could benefit from maybe some fresh fruit tossed in there as well. Just something else to lighten it up a little bit. Or to just brighten it up. But overall, very, very good. We love the Satuli Canteen breakfast. We had it for the first time last year.
It was new.
When it was new. We got everything. And everything was just so great. So definitely one of our favorite places to get breakfast here. What do you give all of your food items?
The hash is a 9. The French toast is 8. I think last time, because we had all 4 things, and we got the yogurt overnight oats bowl thing that comes with a lot of fresh fruit, so we were just kind of mixing and matching everything. I think because we had fruit last time with the French toast, that maybe that upped it, but it's still really, really good. And then thank you. And then the ube cold brew, 10. The ube cold brew's 10. I will probably get another one before we leave today.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to head on to either Flight of Passage or Navi River. One of the two. Navi River's at a 30-minute wait, and Flight of Passage is at a 60-minute wait. So
And we did not get lightning lanes.
we did not get lightning lanes today. We're just going to be waiting it out in the lines. We're also going to try to hit another safari today. Let's go hit the rides here in Pandora.
Can everyone see me? Great. Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikron, or as we call it, a Banshee.
It's on Navi, River Journey, and Flight of Passage. Now we have decided to head to Rafiki's Planet Watch. The lines at some of the other rides are getting pretty long, so we've decided to hit the Rafiki's Planet Watch. In the meantime, go see the animals and also do the animation class thing that they've got there.
Kind of this shape. Where I have my guideline kind of touching my oval, it's a pretty good place to aim. Hello. We just we're at Rafiki's Planet Watch. We rode the train over here and we made it with 6 minutes until the next animation experience, which is, I've been wanting to come over here for the last like 3 trips and we just have not had time, because usually we're so exhausted by the time we get to Animal Kingdom that we just take a midday break and then there's no time for it, because this does close early. They have a petting zoo here, the animation experience, and then it's an active vet clinic for the animals at this park. And I really want to do the animation experience because when my family and I first came to Disney World in like 2013 or 2014, they still had the animation experience in Hollywood Studios that they don't have anymore, but they're bringing back next year. Is that next year? I think it's next year. So I wanted to come do this. Here in Animal Kingdom, they only draw animals, and today we drew TikTok from Peter Pan. They're doing villains right now because it's spooky season. It's September, so this is mine. I didn't make his teeth big enough, and he looks like he got conked on the head, which I guess he kind of looks like that all the time anyway.
What's your favorite thing about your drawing?
His eyebrows.
Alright.
I think I like the shading.
Very nice work. Yes, here is my drawing of TikTok the Croc. He's a little goofy, but that's okay. When they showed us who we'd be drawing, I immediately said, I can't do that. But that is not the right attitude to have.
What's your favorite thing?
Probably my signature.
No.
Favorite thing, probably his teeth.
Yeah,
I like how big I made his teeth. That's mainly it. His eyes remind me of, is it Scar? The snake from Jungle Book?
Yeah, I think so.
Something about his eyes like is just reminding me of different snake characters that you see, but yeah, there's my croc. TikTok the Croc. So, now we're gonna head over to the petting zoo.
And pet some goats.
And pet some animals.
Toothpicks on it, but that's kind of what it would feel like in your mouth. So the big predator were to come with a whole bunch of toothpicks around
Oh. I'll just pet him.
This one.
Funnel soup standing up.
That one's leaning his head on.
Both male and female bongo have horns that allow them to stay hidden as they run through the cover of thick bushes and foliage. I did mention that it is a very rare sight to see them on land throughout the day. at the pattern of these giraffe to the right, you may notice the edge to each individual pattern. This is very sharp and very jagged. That's how you can tell they are the Maasai species of giraffe. Now each pattern on a giraffe is unique to the individual giraffe, as in fact no two patterns are the same, acting sort of like our fingerprints. Of course, a group of giraffe, like we see a small group to the right, is actually called a tower of the giraffe, or the painted wolves. Named because they have painted patterns on their coats. The painted wolves are very close cousins of the domestic dog, like the ones you may have at home. So they are in fact canid or canine. Sadly though, they are an endangered species, as they used to number roughly 500,000 about 100 years ago. And now today the number just barely into the tens of thousands, almost 40 feet tall. That's on average roughly 16 to 18 feet tall. They're also roughly 6 feet tall when they're first born. Hollowed out to actually snake on that pattern, allowing the light as well through their horns, allowing them to stay cool on hot days, acting sort of like the radiator in your car. Also to the right, you're going to find some smaller antelope, some small zebra-like species over there, known as the Hartman's mountain zebra. They kind of look like gazelles or impala. Now they'll spring back get their name from how they species, where the word wild beast is actually an Afrikaans word. Wild beast. Therefore, they are in fact literally an antelope and a wild beast. Primarily matriarchal, meaning that it is usually the eldest female or matriarch who leads the herd. Young males will often lead their moms or their pregnant males who may not out of their own. The section making them a grazing animal. I've also spotted up ahead of us here to be fast, stand up on land, try to see if we can't spot their jaws. And razor sharp and used mostly for defense. White rhinoceros as well. Also, you might be able to see in the tree line to the right, laying down, are some long-furred antelope called the waterbuck. The waterbuck's long fur secretes an oily substance, even though they are flightless. They do have wings. Their wings are very useful, obviously not for flight, but for changing their direction.
We are a band of singers who travel with Simba and his friends throughout the land. And now, I present to you His Majesty, the Lion King. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Okay, we after we got back from the
Rafiki
Planet Watch, we went to the safari again, and we rode that, and that was a success. It was a really good safari. Lots of animals that were out and about. All the giraffes were out. Hippos weren't. It was their nap time, and neither were the lions. They were also away, but we did see a lot of animals. That was cool. Following that, we went to the Festival of the Lion King really quick. They had a show coming up, so we went to that. And now it is time to eat something. We stopped at Mr. Kamal's and got the Kamal seasoned fries and also the chicken dumplings. We've never had any of this stuff before, but we've just heard really great things about it. And then we got this, which is the Kaki Gori, from the stand right across the road from Mr. Kamal's. Sorry to that stand, I don't know what it's called.
It's a watermelon shaved ice.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese watermelon shaved ice with condensed milk on it. It's pretty good. Yeah. So we're gonna get into the fries and the chicken dumplings, and we'll report back. This one's been seasoned to death. A good one to start with.
They're all seasoned really good. And they're the thinner fries.
Is that like soy sauce or something? No, no. We're just dipping into unknown substances.
Came with it for a reason.
Put that.
These are seasoned really well and they're really good. And the coating on these is perfect, if you can't tell.
So we're going to finish this up and then probably head to Mount Everest. The wait there was only 20 minutes last we checked.
20.
So the wait at Mount Everest is 20 minutes right now. So we're gonna finish this up and then go there.
Dino's 35.
If it stays up.
Yeah.
And then that'll about be a wrap on the Animal Kingdom.
If we have time for Nemo. I don't know if they're doing any more shows today though.
Yeah, we'll see if we have time to do the Nemo show, which we do like a lot. Okay, we are headed out of Animal Kingdom. There is a pretty massive storm apparently on its way, and almost everything inside the park is closing, save for like Finding Nemo, Dinosaur, Flight of Passage, and
Might even be closed because their people stand outside.
oh well, Nemo might be close too. So, yeah, pretty big storm. Almost everything is closing down. There's a couple things open yet, but we are cutting our losses and just heading back to the hotel. Choosing to not get sopping wet in a potential storm, and instead just gonna have an early night at the resort.
Hope it lets up and we can go to the fireworks.
Yeah, hopefully things will lighten up enough and we can go to the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, because that was our plan today. But we will have to see how things progress as the night goes on. So more to come, but for now we are headed back to Pop Century.
Okay, it is a couple hours later and we're in front of the Magic Kingdom. We're hoping the weather holds out. It did rain on our way out of Animal Kingdom. We're just here to see the fireworks and eat at Casey's Corner and get out before the bus line gets insane.
Yep, so let's, it is starting to sprinkle just the teeniest bit again, so let's see how the weather cooperates, and yeah, let's go get some dinner.
Woohoo!
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic. journey comes to an end, but yours continues on. Grab hold of your dreams and make them come true. For you are the key to unlocking your own magic. Now go, let your dreams guide you. Reach out and find your happily